Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're taking on the new Ultimate Speed Battle, and what I'm going to kind of do in this video is show you one of my runs, and then just in general talk about how to get all the missions done for this. So this run here in particular is a Fusion Zamasu team, and I took this one in just because I knew it would be very powerful, right? Between Int LR Goku Black, Tech Zamasu, and then AGL Zamasu once he's built up. They all can hit for like 15-20 mil attack stats, right? Like really big damage. And so there are a few missions here we need to beat, right? There's a mission for doing extreme class of every typing, super class of every typing, and then beating it within a certain amount of turns. And then beating it, or no, not amount of turns, but just within a time limit, I believe. They want you to do it within, I think, like 6 or 7 minutes or something like that. So there's a time limit one. And then the one I think that might be the most difficult is you have to deal 15 million damage in a hit. And that doesn't mean a 15 million attack stat. It means that the actual damage dealt to Frieza has to be 15 mil plus, right? And the part that makes that tricky is you can't use items, so you can't bring like those semi-nuking items where you orb change and then get percent per orb. And they do block nuking leaders, right? Because that's obviously the easy solution for it. So you do legitimately have to bring just like very powerful units that can attack, right? So I'll kind of talk about what I did on each one. So this one here, I actually just did this run before reading all of the missions, and I just knew that there was a time limit one. So I'm like, I just built this as a team that I thought could get through very quickly, right? This one actually did not fulfill the requirement for having all the extreme typings. All I did was I just slightly tweaked this team a couple of units to make sure I had all the typings, and so it was pretty much the same run. So we'll just call what you're watching here to be like my extreme run, and then pretty much like all the typings. But this was pretty much my run to get it done within the time limit. And my other runs may have gotten the time limit as well, because I use very powerful teams, right? This Frieza is interesting too in that it's a single enemy. Every few turns he will basically turn into a different phase with a different typing. But you don't have to do all of them. If you beat them quick enough, you don't have to do all the phases, right? So I would say like for just doing extreme and super class with all the typings, I think everybody can figure that out, right? It's just based on your box. Bring your strongest extreme or super lead and try to build a good team with that. The one I want to talk about in particular is how do you get this 15 million damage at once? Because I think that's the one that most players will struggle with. And what I found is because even when I did like 20 mil attack stats, like straight up with crits, like you still like fall a little short. So I feel like the key to getting this done are the really powerful active skills. And once again, I didn't record this one. If you guys really want to demand, like if there's a high demand in the comments that people want to see my run, I will re-record it. But my run was the Carnival LR Super Saiyan Trio. So that's that Int LR. And they did really, really well for me because one, they're a 200% lead for Super Saiyans. So that was a very powerful team. And so I actually was able to get every typing in. And then the way I got the 15 mil was I had a friend of the LR trio that happened to be rainbowed, and I did their active skill on the last turn, and it crit for like 16 million. So that was one example of a powerful active skill you can get it done with. I think the more conventional example, or the one that most players will have, I think if you do the year 8 LRs and you get their spirit bombs off, I think those potentially would have enough damage to get it done. I think the really obvious one, but it's going to be tough for team building. JP has it a lot better on this team. But you do have STR Kaioken Goku. I think his is like easily the most powerful active skill to get it done. So if you're really struggling getting the 15 mil, what you could do is just build a team with STR Kaioken Goku, get the minimum required amount of Universe 7, and you might still have to bring STR and AGL UI Goku, even though they don't have EZAs right now, they're not as great, just to dodge, because this Frieza can kill you, right? Like, you can't just bring, like, the old U7 team with, like, LR Goku, Frieza, and stuff like that. Like, you can't just do that. So I would find your best leader that has Kaioken Goku at a 200% leader skill, and then just try to get, I would say, like MVP 17, right? Like units like that are reps of U7 to fill out what you need. I think Master Roshi is actually a suitable option if he fits on the team build that you're trying to do. But I think STR UI Goku, or not UI, but STR Kaioken Goku I think the blue Kaioken is probably one of the best options, because if you actually do his Spirit Bomb, it's going to hit ridiculously hard. And the thing is you don't have to get all these missions done at once, right? So, take your time, get your extreme and your super. Like what I would do, just make a super class team and an extreme team with all the typings that is like you feel like your best team. I feel like for extreme on global, you're looking at probably doing a Zamasu leader, or you're doing probably an S tier cooler leader. Those are probably the two you're going to run. And then with either of those leaders, make the best extreme team you can. And then odds are with one of those runs, you're probably going to hit the time limit one anyways, and you're probably going to be okay. And then it's just a matter of, can I get that 15 mil shot, right? But yeah, I was able to get all the missions done. I didn't think it was too bad. But like I said, I think that getting that 15 mil was probably the toughest one here, right? So on this fight here, Goku Black here is putting up some nice damage. I like it. And I do like this format a little bit better for speed battle. You can see they basically scrapped the old speed battle format completely. It used to be built around the 120 leads. That's how old the old speed battle was. I kind of like this, getting a fight against a powerful Frieza enemy that has multiple turns. I feel like Frieza is an enemy we're heavily lacking difficult content for, and there are characters like some Bardoks that really want to be against Friezas, so I think seeing more content with Frieza is good. I hope that this particular speed battle is permanent and I can go in against this Frieza, because I feel like down the road, like when AGL Bardock gets an easy A, I'd love to like run him in here against this Frieza. I think it would be a really good spot for him, right? So here comes where Frieza's demise is going to come down, right? We got some big attack stats here, and AGL Zamasu, man, love these Zamasus. Look at 15 million for the AGL Zamasu, dude. He is so good. And now we've got this really powerful Broly coming on JP. So like, yeah, Extreme Unit's getting a nice buff here for sure. And I do predict part 2 of the anniversary will also be an Extreme Unit, probably Cell Max. Something to that effect, I feel like is highly likely. I think Beast Gohan Cell Max is highly likely. So anyways, guys, there you go. There's just a run with a powerful extreme team I did. But once again, just going through my thoughts on how to best clear the toughest mission, which is that 15 million damage. If you guys have questions or still need help though, feel free to hit me up in the comments or join my Discord, which is posted in the description of all my videos. And I do have a Dokkan team building help channel in there. We'll definitely help you out. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you all on the next one.